Man, it's that old thing, perseverance, consistency, hard work. My goal is to put the same work into, my businesses, my family that I put into football, and I've been running with that mantra since I got married back in '97, that if I'm going to have a successful marriage, I got to, the same hard work and same consistency and discipline I had on the football field, I got to put in my marriage and with my kids and with my businesses and all that. So it teaches you a lot, man. How to deal with your fellow man and not look at his color, but look at what he can do for the overall good of what you're trying to accomplish. So sports to me in general is just an incredible deal. When you talk about football specifically, because of the closeness of guys, I just believe it's an amazing sport.
Welcome to FootballGameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook here at Giants Minicamp with linebacker Curtis Grant. Appreciate you taking time, man.
I appreciate you having me today.
Well, you look at the fact that you're out here competing on a team that has a lot of versatility on the back seven. Mm-hmm. And one thing I found unique about your game going back to Ohio State, I think you can play all three. You played two, but I think you can play all three. How has that versatility helped you out here competing with the Giants?
It just gives them a better look at me, being able to show off the different things that I can bring to the table. And it just opens up more opportunities for me, taking on more on the plate, showing that I can do different things, playing in the NFL, basically being a free agent. The more you can do the more you'll last in the league.
And one thing about linebackers that I really like that I saw on film again at Ohio State was that you're not one of these peekaboo linebackers. Like, you actually like to meet guys in the hole, and you're very physical versus the run. But you're also able to get out there and cover backs. I want to say it was the 7-on-7 period. I saw how your eyes were working in unison with your hands, watching the combinations, watching the routes, and making plays on the ball. Was playing at Ohio State beneficial to you as far as taking this next step and being a versatile linebacker?
Yeah, for the most part, because when I first got to Ohio State, I came in actually too big. Came in probably about 20 pounds over my weight than what I should have been. Just trying to get big playing in the Big Ten, and I ended up playing sound my first year a little bit, and I got used to that. But then, I lost some weight, and I got back in at the mic, and it was just a thing of just adjusting and understanding that we were doing more man match instead of just a basic cover three match. More like a Seattle defense, which was what I was used to playing in high school. Not a lot of man, but just understanding what you're doing and then what other people are doing will help elevate your game as well. So, I'm still learning here. Very complex playbook, but that's what makes us unique, And that's why the Giants, to be here, you have to be able to do the different things, because the more you know, the longer you'll last around here.
And leadership is big with the linebacker position, and I bring up leadership because you also are a leader of a company that you started, Carmart Express, I believe.
Yes.
Talk about what went into that and why it's important for not only you to have something that you can call your own, but also for other guys that are out there looking up to you.
My biggest thing is once I left football, I didn't want to go work for anybody else. It was like, you make all this nice money here, and then you go back to somebody telling you what to do that you've made more money than you're pretty much for a few years, and it's a little hard to adapt to. I mean, just in the off season, I would go home and I would have a regular job, and I'm like, well, dang, I make more than this every week, and it's only the off season, so why not invest in myself? I've always had my own business. Even when I was younger, I used to cut grass and mulch and plant flower beds and stuff like that. I mean, I had that in high school, and I had always made my own money, and I could work when I wanted to work and do what I wanted to do at all times. So when I'm in the off season, I have to train, obviously, so I don't want to be working around nobody else's schedule. So I got with a guy that I bought my first car from, and now we're like brothers, man. We talk to him every day, and we constantly talking about how can we grow bigger. And what I bring to the table is leadership skills from the football side, and he brings that business aspects. I teach him my leadership skills, and he teaches me the business aspect. And then being around from Ohio State, you meet a lot of great people throughout college, and which helps me on the football field and off the football field to grow and to help bring different things to the table as well.
Well, can people find more information about your company?
Where can they? Well, Instagram is One Carmart Express. On Instagram, you can add at One Carmart Express, and then on Facebook is facebook.com/One Carmart Express. And then if you follow me on Twitter is _Curtis Grant. I sometimes tweet about it, _Curtis Grant 14. And Instagram is just Curtis Grant 14. I post cards on there. Do a lot of stuff on Facebook, a lot of advertising on Facebook, just because the networking is so big.
Right.
You can you can post things on there, and if I'm in Columbus, I can select Columbus to do a 100-mile radius. So within that 100-mile radius, I'm almost close to Cleveland. I'm close to Dayton, Ohio. Almost close to Cincinnati. I mean, Craigslist, all that type of stuff. And I'm doing a lot of promoting. I'm not having any commercials right now, but radio. We're having another grand opening, because my first one got rained out in April 8th. So I'm gonna do another one July 8th. If you're in Columbus, Ohio, come on out. July 8th, we're gonna have radio stations out there, food, kids games, and just having a great time, man. My business is based off family and love. That's what of course it's about the money and supplying for the family, but if you don't have the love and the support from each other, you won't have anything.
And I like how you mentioned ownership. That's everything. That's important in business, important in life, important out here on the football field. I see you out there owning your responsibilities and doing what you're supposed to do on both ends of defense, and we wish you the best luck moving forward.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me.